Hello, good evening. Medyo na-busy tayo buong araw kaya gabi na tayo nakapag-record. Supposedly, I will be doing the continuation of our topic last time, yung complementary angles, and then supposedly today or tonight, I will discuss about supplementary angles. Meron lang ipinadala kasi sa atin na email requesting also, medyo urgent kasi ito. I don't know kung meron silang assignment or topic through distant learning or yung online, yung asynchronous or yung hindi face-to-face na klase, and baka kailangan niyang matutunan ito or mas maunawaan. It's actually about calculus, and specifically it's about differentiation or yung differential calculus, and it's about finding the derivatives. Mas gusto ko sanang talakayin ito, or before I go or we go with the computations, mas maganda sana kung ideally maintindihan natin yung concept and ano ba yung practical application ng calculus or applications ng calculus. Kailan ba natin siya ginagamit or kailan nangyayari, anong mga situations, ano yung uses at para saan ba ito. Kaya lang it will take us a lot of time, kaya kailangan ko munang sagutin yung pinadalang actually 2 questions na pinapasagutan sa akin para i-discuss natin and para ma-share na din sa inyo. So, bago natin or probably mas maigi siguro ipakita ko sa inyo yung first question na pinadala. Yung number 1 question niya actually is to get the function of x, which is equal to 2x cubed minus 3x plus 4. Alam kong sa pagkakaalam ng karamihan ay mahirap ang calculus. Sa totoo lang, kahit naman nung nag-aaral pa ako at nung sinubukan kong mag-take ng exam ng LET, ay talagang yung part na yan ay medyo mahirap din talaga, lalo na kung wala ka pang karanasan or exposure or understanding. Pero kung matutunan mo yung concept, tapos matutunan mo din yung computations or solutions, masasabi natin na madali lang din naman. Halimbawa na lang sa ganitong given problem, kung alam lang natin kung paano gawin, hindi tayo mahihirapan sagutan. Ang pagkuha kasi ng before natin to sagutin, bigyan ko muna kayo ng idea about derivatives or finding the derivatives. Halimbawa kasi ito, pakita ko muna sa inyo yung basic. Ang pagkuha ng function of x, halimbawa function of x is equal to x squared. So ang gagawin mo lang dyan pag ganyan ang problem, yung exponent na 2, okay, multiply mo lang sa coefficient niya dito. Since walang number dito, understood na 1 yan. So 2 times 1 is 2. And then x, and then less tayo ng 1 dito sa exponent niya, which is 2 minus 1. Okay, so that will give us 2x 1 or just 2x, diba? Kasi pag raised to 1 pwedeng wala na. So this is the answer. Okay, Ganun din, pag halimbawa ang x cube, function of x equals x cube. So, basically, pag kukunin natin yan, ganun din, same process, 3 times 1, that is 3. And then, x, 3 minus 1, 2. So, that is the answer, 3x squared. So, hanggang so on and so forth. Kahit na, halimbawa, isa pang example, function of x is equal to, let's say, 2x to the 6th. So, that is equal to 6 times 2 is 12. And then, x to the 6 minus 1 is 5. So, makikita natin na mayroon siyang pattern na yung exponent pinumultiply sa coefficient. In this case, 6 times 2, 12. And then, nililess ng 1 yung exponent. So, if we are going to create something like formula about it, or pattern for this, lumalabas na ang function of x of a particular, let's say for example, yan, function of x and x is equal to, function of x is equal to x to the nth power, or x to the nth is equal to n, kasi yan yung exponent, diba, times 1, so n, and then x to the n minus 1. Okay. So, lumalabas, ito yung pinaka-pattern natin. Okay. Ay, sorry. Ito yung pinaka-pattern natin. Ito. Yan. So, kung sasagutan natin to, going back to this question, kopyahin ko lang ito para selection here. Kopyahin ko lang ito ulit na question. Yan. Yan. Halimbawa yan, kung i-apply natin yung kaninang formula na so that will be equal to f prime of x is equal to 3 times 2 6, and then x squared. So this is understood na mayroong 1 times negative 3 is negative 3, and then x to the 1, x to the 1 is 1 minus 1, x to the 0, diba? So pag x to the 0, alam naman natin na ang derivative of a constant value or 4 is 0. So, hindi na natin kailangan maglagay ng value dyan. So, the final answer for this is 6x squared. 6x squared minus 3. Because x to the 0 is 1. Kaya, mahalaga na dapat, bago tayo mag-calculus, nagagamit yung algebra knowledge natin. And, katulad na lang nun, yung laws of exponents, dapat alam natin yung laws of exponent para hindi tayo masyadong mangangapa when we even yung trigonometry, kasi merong differential of trigonometry functions. So hindi mangangapa tayo pag hindi natin alam yung, let's say, yung mga sine, cosine and tangent. So ito na yung final answer niya. Okay, this is the final answer. And meron ding another problem na pinadala. Actually, ganito pa din. Related pa din dito. And ito yung number 2 question. So number 2 question is y. So we will also find the derivatives of this. Y equals 2 to the square root of x, 2 square root of x plus 5 cube root of x. So cube root is like this, cube root of x, dapat 3 yan. Kasi ito pag wala nakalagay na number dito na nth root, ibig sabihin understood na 2 yan. So pag hindi niya lagyan, kaya square root. So ito naman 5x cube root and minus I think x to the 1/4, I think. So kung x to the 1/4, parang 4th root of x. Okay, so para sagutan yan, ganun din ang gagawin natin. So that is derivative of dy dx, derivative of y. Dy dx equals, we will get the derivative of these numbers. So ito, bago natin kunin yung derivative, i-convert muna natin to in exponent form. So that is considered to be x to the 1/2. Masyadong malaki. X to the 1/2 plus cube root of x is 5x to the 1/3. Okay, and then minus x to the 1/4. Okay, so therefore ito magiging 1/2 times 2. So that is 1/2 times 2. Pakita pa rin natin yung solution. Then x to the 1/2 minus 1. Okay, kasi less 1 times exponent. Dito naman 1/3, x to the 1/3 dito, 5x to the 1/3. Ibig sabihin magiging 1/3. So this is positive, plus 1/3 times 5. Then x to the 1/3 minus 1 minus 1/4 times x, or 1/4 x to the 1/4 minus 1. Okay, so let's simplify. 1/2 times 2 is 1. So cancel na ito. So 1 na lang. Therefore x to the 1/2 minus x is negative 1/2. And then plus 1/3 times 5 is 5/3. Then x to the 1/3. X to the 1/3 minus 1 is negative 2/3. Okay, and then this one is 1/4 x to the negative 3/4. Okay, so this is the final answer. Pwede mo namang gawing positive ito, magiging 1/x to the 1/2. Ganon din dito. Pero this one is already accepted. So ito yung pinakasagot natin. Okay. Therefore, dy dx, or derivative of y, is equal to x to the negative 1/2 plus 5/3 x to the negative 2/3, because 1/3 minus 1 is negative 2/3, minus 1/4 x to the negative 3/4 because 1/4 minus 1 is negative 3/4. So, ganun lang siya kadali. Basta alam lang natin yung pinaka-basic. Itong pinakita natin na basic foundation or knowledge sa pagkuha ng derivatives. So, napakadali lang tandaan. Kahit maging complex man yung mga given problems. Katulad nito, itong first question na pinadala ay medyo madali lang kasi walang masyadong mga other complex values. Dito kasi medyo gumagamit na ng square root. So, pag kinonvert natin yung kasi ang kabaliktaran ng radical ay etong exponent or exponential form. So, ngayon, kailangan mo siyang applyan ng mga other laws. So, ito yung basic knowledge natin sa algebra. Kaya, yung iba, talagang nahihirapan sa calculus kasi hindi maganda yung foundation sa arithmetic and algebra. Kasi, arithmetic pa din ito dahil katulad nito, 1/3 minus 1. So, if you don't know how to subtract fractions, it's another issue. Pero nasa arithmetic yun. Tapos ito naman na x to the 1/2 minus 1. So, kaya tayo nag-subtract. Dito yon sa pagkuha natin ng Pero, yung rules of exponents or yung laws of exponents, kailangan din nating malaman. Okay? So, lahat na yan, kaya yung iba pagdating sa higher year, lalo na sa college, kasi during our time, wala naman kaming calculus sa high school. Even nung nag-college sa mga first year, second year, wala pa eh. Third year, fourth year lang kami nagkaroon ng calculus. Ano siguro kung mga engineering students. Okay? So, that's all for now. Gusto ko lang itong may padala kaagad dun sa nag-request para mas maunawaan niya kung paano kumuha ng derivatives. Specifically sa differential calculus. Kasi meron kasing although yung iba maraming math, kami din naman sa course ko dati may mga math. Pero yung differential and integral calculus sa iba kasing course pinag-isa yan, pero nung sa panahon namin hiniwala yan, yung differential and integral calculus. Okay? That's all for now. For tonight, and bye-bye.